Hi friends, welcome to Yoga Sculpt. Please stand at the back end of your yoga mat. Take mountain pose with your arms down by your side. Turn the palms open. Take a moment here to enjoy your breath. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Set the intention for this practice. Physically, we'll be moving through exercises to strengthen and support our bodies for back bending asana. I've got a 10-pound weight set out that I'll be using throughout this practice. If you have something similar, this is a good time to have it. A couple more breaths here, starting in mountain pose at the back end of the mat. Checking in, preparing yourself for the movement of this practice. One more inhale breath. Exhale and release. And then take the arms up to the sky, full reach. Right into our Yoga Sculpt or Triple B sun salutations here. Fold over, touch fingertips to the ground. And then walk the hands out to downward facing dog. Bring your right hand to your left ankle through the body for twisted down dog. And then set it down and do the same for the second side. Left hand to the right leg. Set it down. Forward to plank pose and mountain climbers. About 8 slow mountain climbers here. Focus on bringing the knee all the way up. 2 push-ups, down and up. Try these on your toes, full range of motion. And then step or jump your feet around the hands at the top end of the mat. Stand up, 4 body weight squats. Down and up. We're not rushing through anything today. Think 2 down, 2 up in terms of the count. 1, 2, 1, 2. One more body weight squat right here. And then hands to the ground, walk it all back. So you go through plank, down dog, and then bend the knees, walk the hands backwards to your feet. Inhale, stand up, lift the arms to the sky. And we do it all over again. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out, down dog. Twisted down dog, right hand to the left side, set it down. Left hand to the right side, set it down. Move forward to plank and slowish mountain climbers. You can go knees straight into the center or try cross climber, knees towards the opposite elbow. 2 push-ups, that's a little bit extra today. And then step or jump, feet around the hands, stand up. Body weight squats, getting to that full mobility for you. All the way down, all the way up, 4 times. Each time you stand, it'll squeeze the glutes, tuck at the tailbone. You've got this. Hands down, walk it back, plank pose, down dog, bend the knees, walk the hands to the feet. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms to the sky. One more full round here for good measure, just warming up the body, getting ready for the full active routine here. From down dog, take the twist, and then forward to plank pose, into your mountain climbers. There's more coming up later in the practice. These are slower. 2 push-ups. Straight down, straight up. Body weight squats at the front of the mat. Still going in that 2 and 2 count. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up. 4 body weight squats right here. Place the hands back down. Step back through plank, through downward facing dog. And then walk the hands to the feet. Lift the arms up to the sky. And again, exhale, forward fold. Walk it out to downward facing dog and stay there for a moment. Enjoy this full stretch. Press the hands down and forward. Nice lift through the hips. Three-legged dog. Lift the right leg up. Pull knee to chest, hover, and step it through. From low lunge, add revolved lunge. Right hand to the sky. Breathe with it. Right hand goes back down. Step through again, downward facing dog, and into your second side. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Scoop and step through. Left hand, revolved lunge. Making sure our body is warm, steady for this practice, as well as stretched and open. Lower the left hand, step it back, plank pose, knees to the ground now. In all fours, several rounds of cat and cow. Let the spine move through its full range of extension and flexion. Each time the belly drops down, think of being spacious, relaxed across the pelvis. Each exhale, as you round, draw in strength. Lift through pelvic floor into strengthening of the belly, navel towards the spine. Good. A few more times here through cat and cow. And then back to a neutral spine. Bird dog. Lift the right leg up and back, and the opposite arm. This is a static hold today. As ever, think navel towards the spine to pull in strength of the abdomen. Look a little forward past the lifted fingertips if possible. One more breath. And then lower down and switch to your second side. Extend the left leg up and back, and extend your right arm out in front now. We always want the shoulders, the hips square to the mat. One thing that can help is to flex your left foot, point the toes down to the floor. That'll be bringing the hip around with you as well. Breathe and hold your pose here. As I mentioned, the routine we're about to get into is to build strength and support for our back bending practice. Okay, lower down now, child's pose. The circuit is 6 different exercises. The first 3 of those are lying down on your back. It starts with bridge pose. So here, set yourself up for that first bridge pose. Take your weights. Again, I'm going to use 10-pound weights if you have something about similar. These heavier weights today should be doable for most of us in the practice. And the weights simply set at the hip crease. So right at the hip crease. As you lie down, soles of the feet to the ground, you set the weights across the front of the hip. The first exercise is London Bridge. Press down through your feet, your shoulders, and the head. Those pieces stay on the ground. And then you're going to lift as high as you can. You'll come halfway down, all the way back up, and all the way down. Here we go. Lift up. You go halfway, and then back up, and all the way down. We've got 10 like this. Keep going. Find your pace. Again, we're not in a rush today. So I want you to really feel through each set, each rep. Halfway, all the way up, and all the way down. You're all the way up, halfway, all the way up, and all the way down. keep going. You can stay exactly with me at my pace or kind of find your own as long as we're not moving too quickly. About 5 more. Up, half dip, that's the London Bridge, all the way up and all the way down. Good. Few more here. There's 10 of everything we do today. Let your exhale breath come with the most intense part of the pose. Okay, from here, nice job. We switch to our chest press. Bring the hands out, kind of like goddess arms, with the elbows, upper arm bones floating just above the mat. Press the arms straight up to the sky, and they come back down to hover right above the mat. Good old chest press, you know this one. 2 up and 2 down. Again, we're not getting ahead of ourselves here. Straighten and bend. We do want to keep the dumbbells with some distance between because they're going straight up, straight down. They're not coming in towards the middle. About 5 more here. Straighten and bend. Go up and descend. Exhale as you press up and release. Exhale, press up and descend. Okay. Last one right here. And then you carefully set the weights down. They are out of your way, not used for this third exercise. Scissor leg raises. Bring the hands down by your side, or you can sit on them. And then start to scissor your legs down towards the ground and back up towards the sky. Keep that scissoring going. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can. You want to bring in a little bit more challenge. Lift your head and shoulders up off of the mat so that you have that upper body crunch working, as well as those lower abs getting involved here. Scissor leg lifts. Scissor those legs quickly, but keep the lifts going up and down at a nice, easy, steady pace. We're looking for 10 scissor leg lifts. Get these first 3 exercises lying down on our back, and we're going to be turning around for the next 3. Looking good with your scissor leg lifts, and then pull your knees into the chest. Rock yourself safely all the way up. No weights for the next exercise. Come to a kneeling position. This is a variation of camel pose or strasana. Have your knees hip distance apart. And we want to think of stacking shoulders, hips, knees, all one right over each other. I like to keep the feet flat, not tucked here, so that you're actually pressing down through the front of the feet. All right, arms straight out at the same height as the shoulders. This is all about quads. Lift up on the knees, tone in the quads. We keep that straight body line as you lean back. Feel free to watch me first here. Lean as far back as possible. And then a nice full lift on pelvic floor through into the abdomen brings you back to neutral. We'll go 10 times. You lean back and come up. Lean back and come back up. Adding this bit of strength into my back bending practice has been the savior of my overall asana practice. Squeeze the glutes. Help yourself. Lean back only as far as you can come back to neutral. Transverse abdominis, good stuff here. Ustrasana, lean back, come forward 10 times like this. And then come over to all fours, kind of neutralize out for a moment. Next, grab your 10-pound weight or similar again. Place your left hand in the center, right about nose-mouth alignment. Knees stay on the floor, but a little line behind the hips here. This is our plank row. It's one hand at a time, 5 on each side. Right hand grips around the dumbbell, and you're going to row straight up. Elbow should shoot up towards the sky, and your hand comes about to waist each time you lift. Again, just 5 on each side. I'm doing this with the knees on the ground rather than from toes of full plank, so that I know that I can keep steady steady shoulders and hips. Switch over to your second side, and we're going left hand here, left arm 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final exercise of the circuit. Get the weights again out of the way. Come to your full plank. I mentioned at the top that we visit our mountain climbers again. This is it for you right here. So from your full plank, straight arms, shoulders right over the wrist. Let's get moving. Mountain climbers. Find a nice steady pace and then try to speed it up from there. We've been going slow and steady. Now is the time for a little bit of a heart lift and heart raise. Pull knee, 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 knee. Keep going. You've got this. Mountain climbers, go, go, go. Again, last exercise of the circuit. You can do this just a little bit longer, building the stamina in our body as well as the strength in today's practice. And stop. Pull back into child's pose. Nice healthy full breath. How good does that feel? Okay, so that was the first round. We're going to do this circuit 2 more times. So now you've seen all 6 exercises. You know how they fit together. The first 3 lying down on the back. Take your time and join with me here. Back to bridge pose, and it's that London bridge. So remember, it's all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, and then all the way down. We're continuing 10 times in each exercise. Weight sitting right at the hip crease. Of course, you can take this heavier or lighter depending on what you have available to you. I'll mention if you don't have weights, but you are looking to kind of up-level this without using the resistance of weights, you could have one leg straight up in the air. Do that 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Great option for London Bridge without weights. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, and all the way down. 10 times through. And then you'll switch. Here we're moving on to our second exercise, is the good old chest press. Arms like goddess, upper arm bones, elbows hovering just above the mat the whole time. You press straight up and it comes straight back down. So don't let the ends of the weights clink together. They're just pressing straight up to the sky here. Remember, not too fast, keeping that time under tension for the muscles, building our strength and resiliency. Each of the exercises supporting the body for back bends, both the extension of back bends and the flexion of the spine today. After your 10th, set them down. Either sit on your hands, have them out to the side, or even interlace the hands behind the head with that extra lift and go right into your leg raises with the scissors. If you haven't noticed already, I'm giving this commentary not live while I'm practicing, but watching it back on the recording myself. So find the pace that works for you. You are looking for 10 leg lifts with the scissors. Always up level or down level, as works best for your body, which might mean no scissors, which might mean bent knees for you here. What is working? Leg raises, scissor kicks. Leg over leg, leg over leg. You've got it. Almost done here. And then pull the knees into the chest. Help yourself up into the second half of this second circuit. Come to your kneeling for camel position. Arms straight out, fingertips at the same line as your shoulders. Let's do it 10 times here. Lean back, find your range, and forward. Think of the entire body from knees to the crown of the head, moving in one line. Don't let the head or shoulders go back faster than the chest or belly, hips, or thighs. Lean back together. Come back to neutral each time. For 10 reps, lean back and come forward. Lean back. Come forward. Lean back and forward. Lean back. Neutral each time. 10 total here for this moving camel pose. And then release to all fours. Grab that single dumbbell, place it in the right hand with the left hand right under the line of the shoulder, but over to the center. You can do this from your full plank, especially if you're using a lighter dumbbell. Full plank might give you the up level that you'd like without having to add the heavier resistance. I'm going to stay down on the knees. Remember, it's 5 on each side here. Really controlling hips and shoulders. Stay as square to the mat as possible. Switch over to the second side. Right hand now is in that sort of center of the mat, right underneath the line of the mouth and nose. And you're rowing 5 times with the left arm. Plank row. Set the weights aside. Make sure that your space is clear. Set up for full plank. Here we go. It's time for mountain climbers. Remember, we're looking for a little quicker pace now. Start at one pace and then try to pick it up a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. Support yourself. Look forward rather than down. I catch myself looking down a lot here, but it's nice to find that extension through the spine. Look forward, 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 just a bit. Keep going. March the knees in, Ladies and gentlemen, we have got this. We're doing it together. And stop. Press back to child's pose. It's always those few moments after the mountain climbers that I'm so happy that I did them. Okay, that's 2 sets down for this circuit. We've got 1 more full set to go. All 6 exercises from top to bottom. You have been moving for 25 minutes. We've got about 15 more minutes, but just 1 set. Find your way into bridge pose. So lie down on your back, solid feet, shoulders, back of the head to the floor. You're using the resistance of the weights. It's right at the front of the hip. Hands just holding onto those weights so that we know they're safe and secure. All right. When you're ready, let's go for it. 10 London bridges. We're in for 9. Up, halfway down, all the way up, and all the way down. 4, 8. We're going to count each one. Let's see if I actually did 10 here. 7. And anytime we do like 1 extra, 1 less, no big deal. We have got this. Okay, come on to 5, halfway, all the way up and down for 4, and 3. That halfway mark, it's almost like 20 bridges. We could say you did 60 today. How good is that? 1 more, 1 more. Okay, moving right along into our chest press. Back body already set up for you here. Use the exhale breath to straighten and press the arms up to the sky. Inhale as the arms come back down and descend each time. Press for 3 and down. Press for 4 and 5, 6, 7, mid-low back, staying against the mat here for support. 8, 9, and 10. Safely set the weights down. We'll change for that last round. Last round, hooray for this, of our leg raises with the scissor. Take the options with the arms that feel best to you, and let's get after it. Scissor as the legs move down, scissor as the legs move up for 1, for 2. No rush for these scissors. Make sure you go all the way through your range of motion. 3, 4, 5, halfway, halfway, more than halfway, 6, 7. Now feel this. I know I can. 8, 9, and 10. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself that little hug of thanks, and then rock and roll yourself upright. Come to kneeling. We're getting into Ustrasana, the camel moves. Think good form first. Stick with the best form and go with the range, the mobility that works for you, keeping full form the entire time. 10 times with that Ustrasana, moving back, moving forward. Firm lift in the quad muscles the entire time, squeezing the glutes. This one really, full body getting involved, transverse abdominis, corset abs, drawing you stronger, stronger from the internal abdominal muscles. That's it. A few more here. Camel pulses, we can call these. Remember, we are on our last circuit. Take it over to all fours, a breather, and then grab the dumbbell. Plank rows, left hand is down, right hand grips the dumbbell for the first time. Sticking with the knees like me, or you can take it up to your toes. If you are up on your toes, here we are for 5, 4. If you are up on your toes, make sure that your hips are still staying square to the ground. They'll want to turn and open. 5 on each side. Switch it over. These go pretty quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, y'all ready? Last round of mountain climbers. We're gonna increase our speed, decrease our speed, increase our speed, decrease our speed. That's the way to go for this last one. Here we are. Start with a nice steady pace. And then can you pick it up a little faster here, a little faster, little faster. Keep with that heavy start pace and bring it back down, little slower, little slower, little slower. And then pick it back up. Go faster, go faster, go faster. Knees in as quickly as you can. Good, good, good. And then slow it back down again. Nice even pace. We're pushing through. We're doing this. One more time. Do you got one more burst for me? Go quicker, quicker, quicker. Yes, yes, yes. And you are done. All right, sit it back to child's pose. Done with the circuit. We've got more time together to enjoy the stretch and release. I know I'm always preaching to the choir, but it's so good to give our body a really well-rounded movement practice. Come sit on your bum, soles of the feet to the mat. You kind of hug arms around the front of the shins. Look down towards the belly, kind of pull yourself back away like cat pose, and then more like cow. Squeeze the inner thighs, pull the chest forward, look where the wall and ceiling meet one another. Strong lift through the torso. Okay, change soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, and Baddha Konasana, and twist. Turn to one side. This one we just want to feel good here. Just twist over to one side and then change and twist to the other side. So if your main practice is yoga asana, the stretch, the strength and mobility within the asana practice, it's great to add this sculpt practice in once a week. Give ourselves a little bit something heavy to pick up and add that resistance. So good for us, as well as those bursts of lift and cardio, getting the heart rate up a bit. Always finding a well-rounded movement practice helps our overall longevity of practice, longevity and health of the body in general, mind. All right, we took one leg in, crossed over and twist. Now we're into the second side. Apologies, I was chatting there. That you're into your second side, foot in and over with the twist. The stretch and release at the end of the resistance functional training session. Don't skip it, don't skip it. All right, come back to your center. Seated forward fold, reach towards your feet. Nice ease of breath here. Settle back in. I like to think of this as sort of like a folding in, a thank you. We're going to come back down to our backs now. One more time. Lie down onto your back. Stretch your legs out. Less like Shavasana, more like mountain pose. So like you're lying on your back, but your arms and legs still kind of rigid, like mountain pose. Turn the palms in, pinky fingers on the ground, thumbs kind of pointed straight up towards the sky here. Belly, ribs, chest, breath, chest, ribs, belly on the exhale. Make your mid to low back come close to the yoga mat. We always want to encourage the natural curvature of the spine, but also find that sense of bringing things towards neutral. Lift the right leg straight up, hold behind the thigh. We did good strengthening work through glutes, hamstrings, quads today to support the back bends. We just want to make sure we give a nice stretch through the legs here. Switch to your second side. Bring the left leg up and hold behind the left thigh when you're ready. Enjoy the stretch. And then lower the left leg down. And take the soles of the feet to the yoga mat now. Take the feet though as wide as your mat and let your knees fall into the center. Take your hands over your belly. Help mid to low back continue to really sink down towards the mat. A sense of calm and release here. No more tightening, no more holding. The last few moments of our practice time together. Breathe and release. Friends, when you are ready, build yourself back up to a seated position. I always like to close out this yoga sculpt practice with a hug. Draw one arm over the other. Let yourself kind of shake from side to side. Self hug of thanks. Move the other arm on top. This is good for the shoulders and loving kindness for the self. All right. Thanks so much for your practice.